Hi there. Over 2 short bite-sized videos, we are looking at how to be a witness. And we're using the example of the woman at the well. Jesus is an amazing evangelist, and we can learn so much about being an evangelist from that chapter. But most people are not called to be evangelists. They're called to be witnesses. And that seems daunting in itself. But the woman at the well makes it look so easy, so natural, and so simple. And we pointed out in the last video 4 things that we can learn from the woman at the well. First of all, she left Jesus and walked back into her village to share all that had happened to her. We need to walk into people's worlds. But secondly, when we walk into people's worlds, we need to be transparent, open about the Christian life that we lead, about our experience of salvation and transformation. Verse 29 says this. This is her words to the people in a village. Come, see the man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Christ? See, being a Christian is the most significant thing about our world, about our life. Surely we would want to share that with others. And it can be done very, very simply. Maybe we go into work on a Monday and we say to people, hey, what did you do on your weekend? Which normally gives a little explanation to follow, and then they will ask you the same question. It's a great opportunity just to be transparent. Hey, I went to church and you never guess what happened. This person got healed, or there was this prophetic word that changed someone's life, or I heard a great message. It gives us a glorious opportunity. You know, one day I met a lady who'd worked in the same place for 12 years, and yet nobody knew she was a Christian. She was ashamed and concerned about that. And that's why she came to me. She wanted God to change that. We need to learn to be transparent in the worlds that we walk into. And then thirdly, this woman just simply, very succinctly told her personal story. Now, you might think your story is very ordinary about how you became a Christian, but it's a glorious miracle that you are a Christian. It's God's interaction with you in this world. It's such a great story. And so we need to get it out there. And just to help you to do that, there are 4 things that I think you could sort of center your story on. First of all, what was your life like before you were a Christian? People can often relate to that. What was it that caused you to consider Christianity in Christ? Thirdly, how did you finally come to Jesus? What was it? And then finally, and I think this is a very important and powerful part of your story, what's the difference that it's made to your life? Now, you could just write 4 little statements covering those 4 questions, and that will help you to get your story out. You may want to think, how could I get the gospel story out? I know Matt's going to be dealing with that in another video, but just again, perhaps summing up what Christ has done in 4 simple statements could help you to have confidence to get the gospel out. And then finally, don't leave it just there. Why not invite the people you're talking to investigate what has happened to you? They could do that through Alpha or a similar course. They could do that through coming to church with you. If you come to church, hey, why don't you come over and have a meal with us afterwards? It's a much more attractive invitation. Make an event of it. Make it a day of it. And people are more likely to come along and taste and see what you have tasted and seen and been transformed by. You might really progress in your conversation, so much so that you can actually give an invitation for people to respond to the love of Christ. And again, Matt will be helping you to do that. But these are the 4 key elements, I believe, in being a witness. We need to see that our work is not done inside a church building, but as we walk away, in a sense, out into the world to the people that we know, the family and friends around us. That when we're there, we live transparently as a Christian. We are eager to tell our personal story, and we're always inviting people to come and taste what we have seen. I hope that really helps you in being a witness in your day-to-day lives. What we all want to hear is ordinary stories of being a witness that just flow naturally. Well, I remember when our present gardener came for the first time to do some lawn mowing for me. And I began to have strike a conversation with him. And he just happened to say that he had just been working on the grounds of his local church. So I said, is that a church that you go to? And he said, oh, no. I've got many friends at the church, but I'm not somebody who would find themselves in the church. So I began to ask him more questions. Yeah, well, why not? Do you have a faith? Do you have any beliefs whatsoever? And out of those very simple questions came a natural conversation. And I was able just to share my faith, to share what I believed, to cause him to consider the claims of Christ. Now, that conversation has now been going on for years, because every time he comes back, there's another opportunity. In fact, sometimes he starts the conversation, not me, and which I find really interesting when he continues to hold out against being a believer. But it can start as simply as that. That is being a witness.